Fans, we want to hear from you. You're encouraged to email KLU at info@kleagueunited.com or tweet at K-League United with any questions, comments or reactions. Or follow us on Facebook to ask directly during one of our live shows.
Hello, annyeonghaseyo. Welcome to Jeonju World Cup Stadium. I'm Matthew Binns, and I'm joined here by Peter Hampshire.
Yeah, hi Matt. That was an interesting game, wasn't it?
It certainly was. A lot more energetic from Jeonbuk than we're used to.
Same as midweek. I mean, an early goal, and that set them up nicely. The second half wasn't the best spectacle compared to the first, but a comfortable win for Jeonbuk. Puts the pressure on Ulsan. Still a 2-point gap at the top. And if I was a Busan fan, then I'd be worrying.
Yeah, I really would be worrying because Suwon Blue Wings as well elsewhere have claimed 3 points against Gangwon. But we are going to talk a little bit about the other games a bit later. And I'm also a bit aware that we look like silhouettes, which is quite concerning. But I hope you can hear us. There we go, a little bit better there. Right, but let's just quickly run through the goals. So Jeonbuk came straight out fighting and got a goal within 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was a lovely finish from Cho Kyu-sung, who came back into the side today. Jose Moraes opted to use his under-22 option, which he didn't in midweek, and he bore the fruits for that. It was a nice headed finish. Really early on, set the pace of the game. Yeah,
and it must be said that Cho Kyu-sung played really well today. We've obviously complained a lot about him in this season. He's not really performed to the standard he has, but he did all right today and made it through the 90 minutes as well, so good for him on that. And yeah, a great goal as well to start with. And Jeonbuk continued to press. They probably should have scored more before they did actually get their second. There was misses from, well, it was a bit of a cluster of chances all at once.
It was a collective really, because Cho Kyu-sung in the Busan goal, he made some good saves, especially one from Young with his foot. I think it was 1-0 at that point, kept them in the game. And then the penalty before the break, Gustavo, nice finish, clinical. 2-0 in the second half, I think. I mean, Busan made 2 changes at the break, the captain, Park Jang-woo, going off. So I'm not sure if that was tactical or an injury, perhaps saving the legs for the really vital games to come against teams around them.
Yeah, and speaking of saving legs, Gustavo and Han Kyo-won and Takehiro Kunimoto were taken off early by Jeonbuk, trying to probably rest them for the FA Cup, which they are in this week, FA Cup semi-final against Songnam, which will be here on Wednesday night. But yeah, a good performance. I think Busan did improve in the second half, but Jeonbuk weren't really. I think Jeonbuk were kind of sitting back a gear and thinking about the games ahead next week. But this wasn't the only game that was in action today. This was the final round before the split, or the final round before the final round. Final round before final round A, final round before final round B. A being the top 6, B being the bottom 6. B, please bear with us. It is confusing. But yes, so the big headline news, and I'm sure you're very happy about it, was to do with the side that you cover, Peter, Gwangju FC.
Yeah, 2-0 win away at Songnam. Felipe's first goal, I mean, it was the scrappiest goal he scored all season, but we'll take it. And the second one was a nice little move. I forgot who broke through now, but it was a ball over the top, and it was through 1-on-1. And from what I saw, obviously we've been covering 6 games simultaneously today, but from what I saw, it was a comfortable win. And I mean, Gwangju, they've only won 6 games all season, 6 out of 22, and they've found themselves in the top half with possibility of Champions League if they can catch Daegu or whoever.
I know this is, well, I mean, let's not get too carried away. Like, come on, like, I just, that went in one ear and then out the other and came back in. Sorry, Champions League, but you know, fair play. First season back in the top flight, in that top 6, safe, and they've got nothing to lose now. They may as well just have a go at any team that comes against them, and they've already claimed points against Ulsan, claimed points against Jeonbuk this season.
Their record against the top 6 is I think it's just as good as the record against the bottom 6. Yeah, like, Ulsan have not beaten them this year. They gave Jeonbuk a tough task last weekend. So, like you said, go out, no fear.
Yeah, and there was also some other movements in the table. There was a bit of movement in the top half between Pohang and Sangjin. This was, well, there was a lot of movement, shall we say, a lot of back and forth between those 2 positions. It finished 4-3 in the end, though, end-to-end affair. Now, again, we've had to cover 6 matches today, so of all the games to cover, this one was
I've genuinely got a headache from that Pohang game. It was a 96th minute winner from Alexander Palisevich, who, with that goal, grabbed his hat trick. And Pohang were also down to 10 men. So what a game.
Yeah, and so Pohang had originally come out, and they went 2-0 up thanks to Palasevich's 2 goals. And then Moon Son-min and Jong Tae-hee brought things back. They also missed the chance, didn't they?
Yeah, Sang-joo missed a penalty. Moon Son-min could have got his second, but it was saved. Sorry, we got to be part of the keepers union. Saved penalty.
It was a safe penalty. Song Min-kyu then took the lead again before Kim Min-hyuk brought things level, and then before that heartbreaking goal that we've just mentioned. Then elsewhere, well, one of the big matches of the round, and we've kind of overlooked it because there was only the 1 goal in it, but bottom of the table, Incheon were hosting top of the table Ulsan. Ulsan obviously coming into this after the Tuesday disappointment of losing to Jeonbuk and seeing the gap narrow, and Incheon obviously coming off the wave at the back of that Gyeongin derby win. And well, I mean, you won't be surprised to know who was on the score sheet, Peter.
Yeah, Junior Negrao gets his 24th K-League 1 goal this season. I think if the Jeonbuk supporters group chat is to be believed, Incheon hit the post. So,
yes.
Clearly it wasn't all one-sided, but Junior, I mean, he's a machine, isn't he? He's just going to carry on right to the end.
It's going to be a very, very tight finish. 2 more results. As we mentioned, Suwon Blue Wings, they grabbed a much-needed victory to pull themselves away from the bottom of the table with Incheon losing. Kim Ji-hyun originally opened the score for Gangwon there, but Ko Sung-bom and Han Suk-jong, they pulled it back for Suwon, giving them a vital 3 points, and Park Kun-a's first win. Finally, there was also one more game, and it was Seoul 0, Daegu 0, but we had Paul Neat and Ryan Walters on hand actually commentating on that game for international audiences, so you may have actually heard their voices giving their opinions while they were watching it. Obviously, we had other goals to be attending to, so I'm sure we'll be covering that in this week's podcast. But as for us, that's it. We need to get back before they close up here, as per usual. So please leave your questions, comments, and concerns in the box below, and we'll be seeing you soon. So goodbye, everyone.